Never work with pets. Never work with pets. Okay, I've got a bit of weather moving in this morning, so I need to sort of move on this as quickly as I can. We're predicting rain for the rest of the day. And I just had a look on the radar there before. I reckon I've got about 3 hours until it arrives. Today I'm going to do something that a lot of you will think I have totally lost my mind about, but I'm actually going to scarify my surrounds here. Now, why am I doing that? It's so late in the season, winter's on the doorstep, and it's certainly not something I would recommend anyone just do. You would need to really understand your local weather, and if you're in an area that gets frost, how far away that frost is, what your night temperatures are, etc. But for me, I'm going to give this a light scarification in 2 directions just to alleviate some of my scalping. Now, obviously the obvious solution to the scalping issue would be to raise the mower height, but as you know, because I mow with a triplex and my front yard is at a perfect height at the moment and a perfect, I guess, let's say thatch level, I'm not about to spend 20 or 30 minutes, maybe even a bit longer, adjusting the height just to mow this bit of lawn every time I mow it. So I don't want to introduce another mower either. So today, you're right there. Can I have my thumb back, please? So today, I am going to scarify this. I'm not going to do so much of a height reset, more than just thin things out. I'm going to demonstrate to you now why I'm going to do that, because the scalping is doing my head in. So I'd rather just go over it now, have the whole thing look average for about 2 or so, maybe 3 weeks, and have it recover just in time for the total end of the season. So as you've seen in the background of a few videos of recent times, there's a pain in the bum dog and there's scalpy patches. So you've got some here. Now, all this has come about because I've been doing a lot of tripping around, bringing you guys lots of different videos, which meant I haven't had as much time on my hands to focus on keeping all the areas in top notch. So I've really focused my time on the green and it's showing through. And we'll just actually, while I'm thinking about that, let's have a quick look at this zoysia, because the last time we looked at this, I brought that Victor Scalpy mower across and I scalped it all down. And as you can see, all that scalping has recovered. And from here on in, we're probably ready to start cylinder mowing this at a lower height of cut in preparation for Operation Green Replacement. But another day for that one. So here's a good example just here. So we've got what looks to be fairly manageable sort of grass. It all looks to be, in nice shape. But what happens is, because we're always roller mowing this with a real mower, and even though I do go 2 directions across it, I don't just continually mow a grain into it. Over time, it will develop a grain. So if I just grab a little bit here, you'll see how it pulls up, right? All of a sudden, if I was to bring a rotary mower across this here now, right? If I was to rotary mow that right now, what we're going to get is a big scalpy patch. So today, as I said, I want to put the scarifier into this, thin it out, hello you, thin it out, and take away that disastrous effect. So I might actually demonstrate that now. I've got the little Honda here. I'll run over this area at the Honda set at the second setting, which is actually above the height of cut of the real mower. So the real mower set at 12 mil. The second setting on that mower there is somewhere around about 18 or 19 mils from memory. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. So you would think it wouldn't scalp, but it will, because it drags up as it sort of sucks grass up as the blade comes along. It lifts up those bits of grass and causes scalping. So let's just have a look at that in practice. So as you can clearly see, it's not very attractive at all. So today, as I said, we'll run the scarifier over it, which will in turn lift up, thin out a lot of this area here. We'll give it a cut over with the rotary to clean it all up, give it a feed. Again, this is really, this is something that, yes, you could probably still do in Queensland if you were in the southern states. Like I said, you'd really have to be aware of what your weather's about to do. I sort of know that I've got a little bit of time before a frost, but not a lot of heat left. So this is cutting it fine. A lot of you think I'm an idiot, but hey, so be it. I'm not in a hurry for it to recover, but I think it'll come back quicker than what you might realise. It won't be, springtime renovation quick, but I think it'll be fine. You're being a pest, righto. So I haven't got the scarifier set at an incredibly low height, anything like that. It's merely just trying to rake up the grass that's there. I'm not trying to go down into the dirt or anything like that. This really is just the proper word. It's probably more of a power rake, let's say. We're just really raking and standing some grass back up, thinning out a lot of dead material that'll be underneath, and just trying to alleviate a lot of this here that did get away from me. So only lightly set, nothing silly, 2 directions, let's go. Well, it's safe to say that it was well and truly overdue. And as you look here, it has really thinned it out. When we mow this, it will get a little bit scalpy, but I'm confident to have it back and singing just in the nick of time. To be totally honest with you, that has even surprised me. There is a mammoth amount of grass that I've just pulled out of that, and I'm just quietly confident that I can get quite good colour back into this whole area just in time for winter. So yeah, let's get this picked up and we'll have a look underneath. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna run the Honda rotary mower over the area once now, just to clean up and give it the final neat touch. And that'll be where we're at, and then we'll move on to some fertilizing. If you look behind me now, you're probably thinking to yourself, mate, this bloke has absolutely flipped his lid. What is he doing? Today is 29th of April, May, June, mate. We're weeks away from winter, and I've just gone and done this. So what we were dealing with today was probably not so much thatch, but more a mat issue. So there's two different things, and not a lot of people talk about the two. There's mat and there's thatch. So mat is sort of what we had now, where the grass matted across the top of each other and creating, I guess, a false height of cut. Now, we have what they call a real height of cut and a bench height of cut. So when you set up a cylinder mower, a bench height of cut is what you're setting it up with your height bar. So for example, in my case here, this and my front lawn is set at 12 millimeters with a height bar on the Toro triplex. But over time, as the grass mats over itself, it essentially lifts itself up above that. Now, believe it or not, this here, we've double scarified it now, and I've gone over with the Honda rotary mower, and believe it or not, the lowest height of cut on a Honda is 16 mils. So it just goes to show how high or how much mat was here that, yes, I should have dealt with earlier, but A, I didn't have time, and B, I've sort of focused on bringing you guys some content where I could. So today, my mission is to get this back real quick. So I'm gonna use a fertilizer that I never ever recommend, but I think I'd be very surprised if not every single greenkeeper has some in his shed just for certain occasions, and that is today we're going to be using some urea. So urea is not a product that I recommend lightly. It's very high in nitrogen. In fact, nitrogen is the only element in the bag, and in this case 46,000. So what it means is, what these numbers mean, 46. So 46% of this bag is nitrogen, and the rest is a filler. So the granule is 46% nitrogen, and the remaining bit, my maths is really poor off the top of my head, the remaining bit is basically filler. So this is a super strong nitrogen fertilizer, and it's sort of the original OG energy drink fertilizer. So this hits real strong, real fast, but it doesn't last a long time. And in fact, it can wash out of the soil really, really quickly. So I use this sparingly on special occasions if you want. And I feel today is one of those to stimulate as much growth as we can, as quickly as we can, before the season totally closes off. So we'll put that out now. You can apply this as a granule, and you can apply it as a liquid or diluted in water and make it a liquid, I should say. I'm going to apply it as a granular fertilizer today. It's quick and easy that way. And then I'll put some sprinklers on just before the rain hits, because I don't want it sitting there not getting a proper wash in. So yeah, if the rain's raining quite heavily, then I would put a granule out and not water it in. But if you apply fertilizer and don't get the proper rain that we're meant to get, you can do burning. We don't want to burn anything. So we'll put it out. We'll put the sprinklers on for a short period of time just to wash it in, and then if and when this rain comes, which is a little bit late than what I thought it would be, that's just a little bit of cream on top for us. So you can see that's out there now. So the rate I've gone with is 2 kilos per 100 square meters in this case, and that's probably quite sufficient for what I'm looking to achieve. That's quite a hit of nitrogen for this period of time in the season. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the leaf blower out and just blow as much of these granules as I can off the edge of the green. As I said, I don't really want to push any growth on it at this point in time. Anyway guys, look, we'll wrap today's video up here. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave me a comment if you think I'm an idiot for what I've done. I'll bring you updates as we go along. Have a fantastic weekend guys, and we'll catch you next time on the Aussie Lawn.